day, everyone. Welcome to A-Chats. Today, in line with the National Women's Month, we are going to have a fruitful conversation with a woman who is empowered and accomplished. Let us now welcome Ma'am Sylvette Ricciayo.
Ano sasabihin ko?
Introduce yourself.
Ewan ko sa Saan ako tingin? Dyan or dyan?
Kahit saan, ma'am.
Doon, Ma'am.
So, I'm Sylvette Ricciayo. I am an instructor under the Department of Political Science of Mindanao State University. So, before I came here, I actually worked as a project development officer under the Department of Social Welfare and Development. But before that, I used to teach here as well as instructor. So, I'm a political science graduate, and I recently had my Master of Arts in Political Science.
Ma'am, can you tell us a bit of your childhood? And how did your parents or your environment shape you as a woman today?
Okay, so I am raised by my parents. So my father, he was actually a very strict man. He was someone who really sticks to his principles. And I believe that that's one of the attributes of him that I really appreciate. And I am trying to live by that. Okay? So as to my mother, she's the usual mother, someone who's caring, a very thoughtful one, who always thinks for what's best for his family, especially her children. So they actually inspired me to pursue they were the persons who inspired me to become who I am today.
Meron po ba kayong naranasan na mga obstacles or challenges bago kayo naging successful?
Okay, so actually when I was working as a project development officer too, so during meetings, hindi talaga maiwasan na there were instances na ma-feel mo talaga kung paano yung biases nila when it comes to women. Kasi sila doon, they are patriarchal. Okay? So yung mga officers nila, mostly sa mga yun ay mga lalaki, even the heads of offices. So kapag napasasali kami sa mga meetings that involves us, hindi maiiwasan na ibabypass nila kung ano man yung mga suggestions mo. Because alam nila that that is coming from a woman. So yun nga yung macho image. Yun kasi yung makikita at mararanasan mo kasi talaga dito.
So, ma'am, paano mo na-survive na magtrabaho doon despite those biases and inequality na nararanasan mo?
Yeah. So, since before we were deployed in those areas, actually, we were briefed sa kung paano yung culture, paano yung nature ng trabaho talaga namin doon. And mostly naman sa trabaho namin as project development officers, marami naman sa amin ay mga babae din. Pero hindi rin talaga maiwasan na marami sa kanila ay mga kalalakihan din. So, despite that, yung mas marami yung numbers nila, of course, sa mga ganong instances, we really have to stand our ground. We really have to assert. Kung alam natin na nasa tama tayo, then we have to do that. Kasi kung hindi natin gagawin yon, then walang mangyayari. Hindi ka talaga nila pakikinggan, lalo na kung nakikita nila na you are giving up sa kung ano yung mga ideas mo or whatsoever.
So, ma'am, ano yung mga advices or pwedeng message na may bibigay mo sa mga ibang kababaihan na nakararanas ng biases today?
Okay, so to all women out there, be it yung mga young or yung mga adult na, yung older generations, yun nga, as I've said a while back, we have to stand our ground. We have to assert. But of course, we have to do it still professionally. Para hindi pa rin naman tayo masabihan na dahil babae ka, kaya ganyan, di ba? And yun nga yung sabi ko, we have to stand our ground. Hindi kasi maganda yung, di ba yung nai-imprint sa pag-iisip ng mga tao kapag babae yan, pabago-bago yung pag-iisip. Walang firm na paniniwala. So, yun yung dapat na tayo as individuals, as mga kababaihan, we have to do away with those para hindi yung nabrabrand tayo as fickle-minded.
So, thank you, ma'am. And moving on, punta naman tayo sa leadership. So, as a college instructor, paano mo ma-define ma'am yung leadership?
Okay? So, leadership. So, for me, leadership is a responsibility. Okay?
And how do you embody that leadership, ma'am?
So, I embody that sa mga students ko mismo, sa mga colleagues ko. I embody that by promoting yung collaboration. Kasi nga, it is a responsibility. And this responsibility is a shared one. So, hindi lang yung mga nagmamanage, yung mga nag-lead, but it involves everyone.
Ma'am, ano yung pwedeng advice mo sa mga kababaihan na gustong maging leader or who wants to make a positive impact in their community?
Okay, so as to leadership, as I've said, it is a responsibility. And everyone could become a leader. Diba? So, hindi lang yan, hindi yan binigay na talagang merong identify sa kung sino yung mga leaders. Yung leadership na yan, it is pwede sa lahat. So, yung dapat gawin is, of course, you have to be prepared. Prepared kasi tayo dapat, kasi alam naman natin when it comes to leadership, ikaw yung tinitingnan nila na nagtadirect sa kanila. So, dapat prepared tayo doon sa responsibility na yon. And of course, para malaman na for that responsibility, dapat alam natin yung ngayon, kailangan pag-aralan din natin. We have to, yung sarili mismo natin, we have to qualify ourselves. Di ba? Kasi paano maniniwala sa iyo ang mga tao kung alam nila na ikaw mismo hindi ka competent, hindi ka qualified. Ganun yun. So that's why it starts within us.
Given your career na talaga namang napaka-demanding, paano mo na-maintain yung personal growth and self-care mo?
Okay. Ang hirap, diba? So, kasi when you are really in teaching, it is consuming most of your time. Because pagkatapos mo dito ng 8 to 5, uuwi ka, you still have to prepare for the next day. Kasi hindi naman pwede na pupunta ka ng school, di ba, na hindi ka prepared. Kasi ano naman na yung isi-share mo sa mga students kapag ganoon. So, very demanding talaga siya. But, for me, I am actually trying to balance yung personal growth na yan sa kayong demand ng career. So, may mga bagay na kinakailangan talagang i-prioritize. But also, yung personal growth mo, kinakailangan mo rin bigyan yan ng pansin. Because that is essential for a long-term success. So, ang ginagawa ko dyan is, I am really trying na kapag nasa bahay na, dapat yung boundaries, yung attention, nasa family na. Though sometimes talaga hindi maiiwasan na kahit nasa bahay until 12, until 1 a.m., inaaral pa rin yung mga lessons,
Or nag-check ng mga...
nagche-check ng mga papers.
Okay.
Yeah. So, ganoon. Pero yun nga, dapat talaga we have to be firm in setting boundaries. Na dapat ang personal growth at saka yung career merong clear na boundary.
So, ano yung mga tips, ma'am? Yung mga ginagawa mo or yung mga steps na ginagawa mo na pwede mong i-share para sa mga katulad mong kababaihan na may mga maraming responsibilities and hindi na nila alam kung ano yung kanilang uunahin.
Yeah. Okay. So, first things first is we really have to plan. So, planning is the key. Diba? Kasi, kung tingnan mo talaga kung ano yung gagawin mo, then, most probably matatapos mo rin naman yan in time. Diba? So, you really have to plan. Then, you have to prioritize. So, ano ba talaga yung dapat na unahin? So, yung bagay na to baka naman pwede na mamaya na yan because this is lesser important than what is at hand. So, parang ganun, no? So, we have to prioritize. Then, of course, time management. You really have to manage your time properly. Kasi kapag ganoon, nakukonsume ka ng trabaho, hindi mo alam, malaki na pala yung mga anak mo, yung family mo is ganito na pala, hindi mo alam, nakakaroon na pala ng problema because of that time na hindi mo maibigay sa kanila. Okay? So, very important talaga is yung time management din. So, also, as I've said, set boundaries. Very important yan, dapat crystal clear yung pag-set ng boundaries when it comes to career and your personal life.